wonder how things are looking now, but yeah. Isn't that just a hell of a time for something to happen? I don't know if I would be back yet, but it looks like yes, okay. This for a little bit for anybody who might still be hanging around. I have to do a few things here and there, but yeah. I don't know why it was this time, but apparently this is destined to be something of a running gag at this point. I would have to switch over here. It should still show up. Question mark. Will it show up? Can I just switch it off instead? Okay, here we go. But yeah, literally while that cutscene was going on, I did have well, not just me, but by the looks of things, basically the entire... By the looks of things, basically not just my block even, but a whole bunch of blocks around where I was just had like a massive blackout that went on for a little bit. Kind of leads me to wonder what actually ended up causing that, but well, there's one thing that I can probably say in favor of the place I am right now is that it seems to be doing overall better at handling blackouts fairly quickly compared to the last place that I was at. Because I remember one time when I was in like middle school, I ended up getting left without any kind of power for like, I don't know, just several days. And it was because some power box and some transformer up on some pole that was basically in the street corner where I lived at that point was making funny stuff. Well, was having these funny malfunctions. And it ended up being really inconvenient and ended up actually causing a bunch of people, I think, just in the area to be left without power for a while. But anyway, at least this one got resolved in 10 minutes, which is a lot more than I can say for that one. So overall, I can't complain too much, really. Also, that did this thing just go out again? Didn't actually manage to connect, yeah. Well, it didn't go out, it just like timed out on the connection thingy here. There we go. I'm gonna say that this thing just go out again, but that's not quite as accurate as I want to be right now, I guess, but I suppose I am back at least for another little while. Let me see. Another, I would say better part of an hour or so as I have the aftermath of that, but I'm not even sure how true that would be, so... Since this happened in the middle of a cutscene, but I literally say right before it, I can literally just, probably literally just restart and have that be a better option. But you know, the Switch is in fact a handheld system technically, so it didn't shut off, so it's still like right there, but I guess we can just resume. I don't think we really missed anything in those like couple seconds between when it cut out and when it automatically went into not really sleep mode, but just like I guess handheld mode forcibly because it wasn't getting any power from the dock. But
an independent defense mechanism, Ardanian technology. My apologies.
Why would you even bloody make something like that?
Bitch leader, fight now.
oh hey, she's a bitch in a Nintendo game. So casually too. What does the world count to? Alright. Ishmael, which is apparently... oh boy. Still a fair share of levels below what our average would be right now, but still. Can't imagine how well this will go. Seems to not really be taking a whole lot of damage right now, and I think any damage that it does take is actually getting regenerated, so... Does it mean that we... I don't think we're really hurting this at all. I'm guessing that we have to cut the power lines first. If we just attack this thing instead. This is probably a good idea. Can apparently draw aggro, or give us aggro, I mean, this power line switch. don't really seem to be doing anything. Yeah, these fancy effects, I mean, they're literally just power lights, they're just affixed to the wall, so I guess any fancy effects that we might be able to apply to regular enemies won't really do much of anything here. Let me see if I can do the level 4 attack with Mithra, that might actually do something here. Hit him with this. I should have waited until until this was charged up to actually be able to figure out if I wanted to have that as a follow-up or not, but whatever. Water can we follow up? We followed up with more water. Or with earth. So I guess we can just do that. Switch to my earth blade just so we can maybe follow it up with something different. Let's go for it. Continue that to the earth element thing. And apparently we can only follow that up with oh Jesus Christ, I just realized we're taking a whole bunch of damage. Really? Yeah, use that. Well, I could have probably used that thing before it disappeared. I ended up just dying instead. Perhaps I will need the aid of a healer for this.
This is not your place to fall, Rex.
Well, if I end up dying, which seems very, very likely at this point. Yes, Zeke, stop being fucking dead. How dare you? You should really, though. I get the feeling that we are supposed to be focusing on the power lines, but well, at least these merc groups are also back. Hold on.
I hope things went well.
I get the feeling that we are gonna end up need to change my party camp, but let's quickly check the merc group before that happens. Yeah, sure. And we get the extra level for the merc group as a result of these missions. I wonder. So what's your pony? Okay, whatever. Guess that's probably good.
I'm happy to support you if need.
Yes, the squad's just.
Yeah, sure is a squad.
From strength to. This attack is some.
I've still much to learn.
Okay, let's do something here. I guess we can do more missions in Raya and in Moradine. What's the Raya mission? We can apparently do surveillance. What's mystery? Mystery duration. Where's Asami as a leader? Wait, who? Who's Asami? Is that one? The okay. Well, he needs to be disengaged. Auditors suspicious group that's been seen around Raya, particularly in Fonsa Maima recently. Well, we can maybe do that now. We like disengage Asami and have her be replaced by the other Windblade that Morag has. Maybe. Yes. Probably are gonna end up doing that for this next one anyway, yeah.
You're sending me off? And for this?
Sure. Yes, go ahead, finish that sentence. I want to hear it. Okay, send Coda, and you can just send whoever else. Yeah, there you go.
We are the shadow puppets, and I am the boss. You'll await my return, won't you?
Best of luck to you.
Sure. Okay, well, do we know the... No, apparently we don't know the duration still, so I'm kind of wondering if that's gonna have been a good idea at this point, but... Any new important missions here? Nope, apparently just more stuff like this. Up on Letterburn, wanted posters. Animal wind, yeah, surely we can do with this, or supply this. We have another animal, surely. There's an animal. And here's a wind blade.
I found
carry out my sworn duty. That's an important task. No objections. Now, let us head into battle. Just remember to have fun.
Yeah, and all that, okay. But yeah. Speaking of that, I guess I'm gonna re-equip Morag with the other blade in place of that one, namely this
You just
one.
leave it to me. I'll use my brains to put this team to good use.
Okay. And instead of our current team comp, I guess we're gonna go with yeah, back in as the healer. Well, that goes. Not be any more workable. How do we need to actually use this now to get back on there?
Come, winds, lend me your transient fleeting aid.
Boosters engaged.
Oh, we do have the means together at least. It's not a big deal, but it's kind of weird that you would not need that for the first
I'm going all in.
thingy.
I was never the
In I
closest.
go!
Yes. Focusing on target.
As you wish. Armor fail. Break.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do have an Earthblade that we could use as the opener here.
Just give me the order.
Sword back.
Pay attention to me.
It'll be
I'll
fine.
give the order along the
Spinning edge.
Over my dead body.
once I'm ready, elementally.
Break.
Sword back. Everyone's
Right,
getting
let me switch to
They shouldn't make
Nim.
things like these.
Yeah, Nim, I guess is her name.
We're going all out.
Maybe we can follow that up with some Earth again. Or
Let's keep it up.
Done.
Grand smack.
do fire than something else. I probably will do fire than something else.
Armor fail.
Back attack. Well, too bad that I can't actually use that very efficiently. Alright.
Let's keep it up.
My horse is separate. Mid-throw.
Let's back to Mithra, which is one that we can actually do damage with.
Break.
And before this runs out here, actually,
Into.
we're heading.
Everyone's getting sight.
I'm getting fired.
Hit it on the level 2 thing, and oh, we got Shackle Blade. It's unfortunate, but at least we're still getting the
Break.
Yeah. Double spinning edge.
getting some of what's important. People can storm with. Yeah, she does have a wind blade as well, but we're gonna switch to Rex's wind blade so we can
On the job.
Hit it. No.
complete this.
You gotta get served.
At least one elemental load in there. That's all you gotta do to complete that one. And we should have, yeah, one elemental load in there.
Diving swing.
And it still hates. Still hates, oh Jesus Christ, I just realized. Again, I'm about to fucking die.
We already know
I can help both of these up and see if
You're better than this.
we have more again. Yeah, together in this space, we can actually avoid death. Stone. Still get killed even as this is happening.
Why not?
Judgment, all that good stuff. We'll do this and get more HP potions out of it, maybe. One roll down. Something's going on anyway. It's gonna be a reason why I can't fucking do anything. Yeah, please let us make it a bit more. Expecting you to. Oh, Jesus Christ. Morak's fucking dead. Mia's fucking dead.
You're better than this.
Come on, Morak. You need a damage sponge.
Keep it
I
together.
need you for that right now.
Spinning edge. All right.
Yeah, no, more of that again. That time. Didn't survive another blow. I need to worry not only about the actual attacks, but also on just
Next time I swear.
We'll get him yet.
Come, winds,
and watch him hold it.
fleeting aid.
Boosters engaged.
But it's also not dying. I don't think I need to put it any more sophisticatedly than that. That would make sense.
This'll be a walk in the park.
I mean, I assume that we can't really do anything with this thing until after we've dealt with the power lines.
Focusing on target.
I urge you. As you wish.
Why not?
Blaze.
Yeah. Double spinning edge. Sure.
Oh, she blow now. Yeah.
Ha. Double spinning edge.
At least one elemental orb in here, but I don't know how much difference it will make. Okay, let's do this.
They shouldn't make things like these.
Get the stone in there
Time for
right
the
away.
takedown. You were so unguarded.
Back. I'll try to get back to
There we go. Time to heal.
the point in which
Break.
Why not?
High up. Just give me the order. Fail. Yes.
In which Mithra is gonna be available again. Here we go.
Won the moment she called
Actually
on
do more
me.
damage.
Much appreciated.
For this runs out, I'm gonna have to apply Volcano with them.
My dead body.
Well, I thought I was gonna be able to apply Volcano, but apparently I was not able to do that because of the fucking timing on the Shadow Blade. Maybe I should just abandon that instead. I get the feeling that it's probably gonna be the better option. Let me try something different. Okay, let me try to attack the core directly again now. And I'm going to be able to hurt it at all now? No, apparently the answer is no. Oh boy, that was not what I meant to do at all. Can I just actually just destroy this power line before we can do anything at all to the main weapon?
This'll be over. We can do it. Maybe we're not getting tired.
I like your attitude. Why not? Double spinning edge.
She's about to get angry. Which is somehow possible. That freaking set of power lines can get angry.
Let me take it.
Yeah, grab that thing.
Just give me the order.
Get as many of these health potions as possible. They're going to be quite important to get at this point. Maybe I can identify when that big attack that apparently is the one that's going to murder everyone. But we used perhaps I can... a bit of foresight there. Yeah. I don't know how the fuck Morag is dying so much, but... or taking so much damage. Because she's right next to the... Let me try this. Yeah, you go ahead and get the chain attack. Okay, let's use Mithra. There's really gonna be that different. Yeah, go ahead and intercept, because it's just gonna be damage for this part, right? Maybe any other moves that we can do.
Morag, suck it to them. Very well. For Ardanian honor.
Finish!
Yeah, no elemental burst for it, because we didn't even have that the opportunity to do that. Something that we can actually at least beat the power lines before they're completely demolished. Maybe not.
We will not fall here. I no longer
You might very well fall here. I really need to spam healing really hard just to be able to stay alive here. It seems to be the case.
will not fall here.
I don't know if we're even gonna be able to check this out this way, but
Well done.
Fight!
did we do it? Was that all we needed to do? Just break the power lines, and that's how we win that fight. We don't actually have to do anything about the other thing. I suppose. Well, that works. Yeah, I guess the main strategy there is just spam healing as hard as possible.
It stopped.
Yes, seems like it.
It's you. I thought it might be.
Jin!
I knew it.
So this is Jin, leader of Torna. I am Fan Lenoran. As envoy of Praetor Malthus, I am bringing you into custody.
How ironic. That you should speak his name with that face. Oblivious to everything. Even your own identity.
What? Do you know something about...
And you, Aegis. Don't you dare stand there, acting like you're not involved in all this.
All right. Then tell me this. Why are you, who fought alongside us to defeat Malos, now standing by his side?
Jin fought against him.
It's very simple. I realized he had the right of it. That's all.
I don't think it's as simple as that at all.
So clever. You always were too clever for your own good.
Sorry. That's just the way I am.
Mithra, don't tell me.
Yes. He's a blade too. He was the strongest blade in Torna, until it fell in the war.
It fell, says the girl who sang it.
A blade?
There were none stronger, yet none kinder either. And no one who hated to fight more than him. Why, Jin? What changed?
What if I told you it was your fault?
Mine.
If you hadn't sealed yourself away, then she'd still...
Oh. So that's it.
That core crystal.
That color. It's like blood.
Careful. That crystal isn't normal. Put away your sword. My ability is to restrict a blade's every action. As long as you are a blade, there is nothing you can do to escape its clutch.
Wait, restricting Blade's powers? Then before, was that?
Go ahead and try.
Why do I get the feeling that we're about to have a faced Mechon moment? It's like
Let's show him a thing.
gotta be the whole shtick here, but alright. Can we topple him? Oh, we can topple him, so there's that at least. Yeah, surely we can, after what we just did, surely we can tank another boss fight. Maybe it won't be an issue, really. I guess this means that... I don't know what that means for Tarna, actually. There's obviously a huge amount of backstory that's sort of being implied in these cutscenes, and that I guess you're supposed to be familiarized with at least a little bit by the time you get around to playing the DLC for this game, which I do also want to do. I'm really kind of wondering how that's gonna go exactly. Oh shit, did I get launched? That's unfortunate, but...
Pay attention to me.
Don't give up on me.
Very tempting to me, but also... I don't know. Try to do a level 3 light attack. Maybe that'll do something against this guy. And there we go, we can do Supernova right now, just a level 3 of the lights element thing. I thought maybe sealing it down did work. Did that work? Did you get an orb? Did it somehow not work? I feel like it somehow cancelled that before the thing was completed. It was kind of absurd if that did happen, but I guess we can still have the option of doing this with the Blood Element instead, yeah. Seal Stench.
Ruinous weather, break!
Not just Ruinous Weather Break, but we can maybe even do it with...
You'll never succeed like that.
Oh, never mind. I was gonna say maybe we can do it with Topple as well, but then he decided to just launch everyone, so I guess not. And he does have at least one thing going on there. What if he starts out a combo with fire here? Oh, yeah, it can also be ended with fire. We can do like, yeah. Maybe 3 fire things, or do 4, or do 1 event fire, but even though I said 4, that didn't really make sense. Yeah, do this. Do this, and go directly into Steam Explosion. Unless we get interrupted, which... Yeah, I don't know what happened with like the first thing that I did, where I tried to do 3 light element attacks in a row and it didn't stack for some reason. It didn't launch me into this animation. Just break also. Topple also. I believe that we can pretty much do overkill on him now when it comes to that, but I don't know if it will. He doesn't even seem to be getting any, oh Jesus Christ. Maybe I will. I do need a rest actually. Oh shit, fuck, I pressed that button that I didn't mean to. Along with plus, but yeah, let's see. I need to go against fire and water both. I don't remember the opposite of water. I think it might be Nin.
By the power of Mother Nature!
Much obliged. Get him, Nia.
And yeah, we can do water. Break this thing over, see. That's elemental burst. And is it wind? That's somehow the opposite of water. I don't remember. We're gonna try it. Well, no, it's not, but it's still gotta do something as that thing. Yep. But what would be the opposite of water? I guess we're gonna try him again. No, apparently Earth is not, so it must be... I don't know what it would be. Would it actually just be fire? That would make sense, I guess. At least. And there we go, 2 elemental bursts. Let's hit him with this now.
The time has come. Excellent. And another one.
And another one. Can we switch to... I was gonna say switch to Mithra again for this, but I guess that's not gonna be an option necessarily. Yeah, he's dead. Overkill start. Hit him with Cresset. Is it ready or Gormotti, not just Gormot? It seems like it just makes that pun even worse. And hit him with Brigade for last. Makes about as much... I'd say about as much sense as something else, but no, not really. Makes a whole lot of sense, actually. It's not like any further follow-up to that I would have.
How? How is he still moving?
You're asking me.
Even that Petroka girl couldn't withstand it.
No, it's working. His powers are certainly limited now. But Jin, he's one of the most powerful blades in history.
Even so, we can beat him. We just have to work together.
I don't think so.
What? Fan!
What indeed?
You are no slave. Be free now.
Just let that happen. Or that was just something that could happen without any preamble.
Fan. No. No. Why? Jin! Why the hell would you do this? What good does it do you?
Why, you ask? Then let me ask you this. Blades are granted phenomenal power from our creator on high, yet we are doomed to never remember. Why?
What?
The accumulation of memories is what allows mankind, no, all life to grow, change, evolve, but blades are fleeting. When we return to our cores, our memories are lost, our growth snatched away forever.
People are so different.
Man's life too has an end, yes. However, though each individual life is fleeting, you pass on your memories, allowing you to grow as a species, as a culture. Why does Indol control all the core crystals? By controlling the moment of every blade's birth, they enslave our entire kind. How is that fair? We have no culture because Indol decrees it. Because that's what your kind do.
Jin!
Why are you the masters and we the slaves? It is we who embody the very nature of this world.
Blades embody the world. I don't get what you're...
If you saw the last state of humanity, you'd understand. Now that you have come this far, there can be no turning back. But I'm afraid your journey ends here.
What?
Why now?
Hey, now's our chance!
Huh?
What are you standing around for? Show that scumbag what's what!
What?
It's Akos.
Malos sent me. Time to make an exit. Ready?
Who says we're going to let you go?
You really don't understand, do you? You really think this is over?
What the? How? We cut the bloody cable!
Certainly. But some energy still remains deep in its core. Don't you see? It's like a blade weapon. Well, you seem busy. I'll leave you to it. Bye.
Wait!
I mean, if that's the logic there, then shouldn't the dead blade that just got killed still be able to come back, or...
Put your best foot forward.
Oh, I guess now we're actually doing it to fight it properly, quote-unquote, instead of just having it constantly regenerate. Which, I'm not sure how I feel about, considering how badly we got destroyed by this thing. A few times just trying to... Well, when we were trying to take the fight to the cable, not even like this thing itself.
Don't give them a moment's rest. Rest! We can do
This
it!
positioning shouldn't be too hard.
It didn't connect. Blaze!
It didn't connect. I will.
I'm not sure. Maybe we're not.
My thoughts.
I get the feeling that Anchor Shot as a means to topple is gotta be something that makes that much of a difference against this thing specifically, but hey, you never know. I think that this thing is gonna be a lot more tanky than, I guess, the fake boss fight that came before this. Oh yeah, I forgot that we also have we actually don't have any actual electrical capabilities right now for not any electrical element blades that we can use to specifically exploit this thing's, I guess, weakness. So if I can get at least a level 3 light thing, I don't know that that's going to how useful that's gonna be, but it's... Well, you know what, video games... It's said about video games a lot these days. It's better than nothing. It's gotta be better than nothing. Well, there we go, we can go straight to Supernova and get that first elemental orb in there, hopefully. Once it's actually hit with gamma ray. Here we go.
Taste my power.
I think that is supposed to be third stage, that voice clip says, not first stage, even though it's, with that particular voice, it's kind of really hard to tell the difference. There we go, oh Jesus Christ. Sort of hit it with, I was gonna say with water, but apparently even yet. Decided not to let that be a thing. Okay, hey, Miss Tank, can you please do your job? There we go. And draw aggro. I guess I need to actually go, never mind. Get a position myself in such a way that I can use this, which I thought I was supposed to lower my aggro rate, but perhaps I was incorrect. Okay. I guess the only one who can do level 3 now will also be myself, actually, now that I realize. Switch back to Mithra, so we can actually do some damage here. Oh, there we go, we can go with Final Disaster and get another elemental orb in there. Oh, whoops. Didn't quite do that as optimally as possible, but it's a true matter, I guess. gonna get the elemental orb in there regardless, and that's what we're truly after in it. We start with I use Photon this time, I see we can end it with a different element. So we did a Photon one first. So we have a light one there at like all the way back at this point. Then we did so we're gonna do level 2 with this and hopefully level 3 bottle one can charge up next. So that can be the third one. Oh, there we go. Just do it right now. Oh shit, I pressed the wrong button though. Just gotta do Supernova again. I didn't think that would be an option, but I guess we're getting 2 light orbs in there. Might be a better option for all I know, but I don't know if it is. I think that Neon actually have the option of doing like oh, yeah, Dark Blade, so maybe we can start with that. Start with Dark and see where we can go from there. Can we go from Dark to Dark or to Light? Why don't you know it? And from Light we can only end it with Electricity, though, which I don't think is an option, so we should see if I can do level 2 Dark.
No effect. It didn't connect.
Hopefully we can get there before the level 1 Dark thing runs out, but I don't know. This will use a little bit of healing, I would imagine. Let me go ahead and grab that right now. Nope. Early that wasn't really an option, actually. Let's do Light again as a starting point and see if I can actually get rid of water this time. Maybe that'll work. Oh, now it's actually gonna be weak to Earth, so... I wonder if it's gonna get into very murdery mode like it did before with the power cable once it's in anger. It's in anger now, but... I don't know how bad its things are gonna get when it's in this state for us compared to before. We'll try to be as adamant as possible about grabbing all these healing potions though, but... I'll tell you so far, it does kind of seem like the... Oh shit, I can't do actual attacks right now. The elemental thing, come on. Please get unshackled so I can do that, maybe. Oh, I can do blowdown. Come on, animate it now. Do the stone thing and get fucking cancelled out of it. That's cool. Now what can we do from there? Switch to Matrix so we can build this back up and probably do Volcanoes level 2. I'll do Volcano at level 2 with either Morag or whoever has it at the moment, and then switch back to me for level 3. Just a little bit with Morag. Or at least try. Oh, okay, it's still in effect though. It still worked. So that's nice. Go ahead and just continue on, I guess. And yeah, switch back to level 3. Maybe. We can do Mega Eruption. Just go straight into that so we can interrupt anything that may be preventing me from carrying out the attack. And there we go. It's definitely... It's not as easy as the actual June fight was that we had a few minutes ago, but... Not really a few minutes ago, I feel like this has been going on for long enough that... Not even necessarily a few minutes ago at this point, but... June fight was easier than this, but this is definitely still easier than the fucking... The first part of this, okay, so... One all the way and... actually I don't know which one is the first one that we're attacking. I'm gonna go with the wind, I guess. Okay, so we are attacking the middle one first, which seems weird. Okay, is water the opposite of earth? I think ice would be the opposite of earth, actually, oddly enough, but let's take it with water regardless. Oh, never mind. Or do mind. Okay, go ahead and hit them with this. Iron Beam. I mean, I'm pretty sure we're gonna have Elemental Burst no matter what, as long as we don't attack with the same enemy pool. I'm not too sure what we'd have to do next, though. I guess we're gonna go with the name. That's definitely the one that's definitely kind of gonna be okay, yeah, we hit wind next, which I guess is the opposite of... What is it the opposite of, actually? I guess it must not be earth. Unless it is, but I don't... Obviously that's not an option, so let's hit it with fire. Oh yeah, this thing is definitely dying here.
As planned.
Hit it with light, because we don't want this to be the... They do to attack the light there. Wait, what? That was the chain attack? What? Oh, this thing is basically dead already, but... That definitely wasn't what I meant to happen. I don't know why that Corvin attack attacked the light instead of the other one. It seemed bizarre, but oh well. Even after being able to figure out how to enter into that chain attack, I still don't understand all the mechanics.
I have a blade of my own. But I couldn't do anything. Fan. Nothing's changed. I'm just as weak as I've always been. Jin, what happened to make you like this?
What is that? Dad! Orion Army! So many of them! What?
No! Shit! Who gave that damn order? At this rate, I don't think there's any stopping them.
How so?
They think more Ardain attacked them illegally, with no declaration of war.
This is bad. If someone doesn't explain what's really going on...
But there's no time for that.
So what? We just give up?
Are they gonna try to kill us?
Cannons. That's Uriah's main weapon.
Just try to blow up the weapon and they don't know that we're here, or they just assume that if we're on the weapon we're...
Here too.
Try to kill them.
Ardain also readying artillery.
I don't care if we're not going to make it in time. We need to get to Uriah. Right.
Wait!
Who's this? Oh, I was gonna say, is that actually the Indol Titan? And I guess it must be. The fact that the Titans can move around like this just leaves me even more confused, like I said. About why this Temperantia is considered like a demilitarized zone. Like, can it really be that, like a buffer zone, if it can just move around? Like, oops, this border area between our nations isn't there anymore, what do we do now? Okay, let's save the game. So we're moving into chapter... chapter 5 or into chapter 6? I guess it says chapter 5 now, but... I don't know. Nope, never mind, we were closing out chapter 5 and now we move into chapter 6. Here it says chapter 5 in the save screen, which... Well, I don't think I need to elaborate in a way that confuses me.
You little scamp. Do you know how much the core you took was worth? I stole it from the castle. 3 years it took me to get it. And now... Silence! Stay out of it!
If you die, it'll be as good as new.
You brought this on yourself! From now on, I'll protect you. I'll keep you safe. Always. My name is Jin. What's yours?
Laura.
Okay then, I was going to say, are they going to imply that that's the one that just got killed, but she was a blade, but she was a human before, but I guess not.
You alright?
I've been through worse. I can handle it.
Jin, I swear I'll make your dream come true. So stop putting yourself at risk.
There's still time.
Is that part of your dream, too? What are we, in the end? This hunger I feel, this thirst, is it really my own? Or is it someone else's? Sometimes I can't tell. Tell me, Jin, are you really here? I don't know where I really am.
You're starting to sound like a human.
Oh, yeah?
Perhaps we're not so different after all. Humans and blades.
I guess he's got a Mr. Freeze thing going on with his human driver or something. I'm not sure if I can say that I understand it fully, but I feel like, 50 hours in, some of these plot threads are actually starting to come together. And yeah, I'm back. Had a blackout for about 10 minutes, but hopefully I don't get more of that within the next 20 minutes or so, because that's probably the longest that the stream is going to continue on for, depending on how long these cutscenes are. So these are Orions? Did we get like the Indol people acting as like a de facto mediator and everyone just defaults to them to intervene in this apparently declaration of war? That's pretty much what it was, wasn't it? I mean, like it finally actually happened, but then now we're just here.
It looks like Praetor or Malthus is here in person. And who's going to argue with the Praetor?
Does he have any clue how many men we lost? If those Ardanians get away with this, Architect, damn it.
Quit your grumbling, mate. All this is way beyond our pay grade.
You got that right. We're all just faceless cannon fodder to the bigwigs. CO says jump, we jump.
Oh, that's actually the end of the dialogue scenes, or at least the voiced ones. But yeah, I mean, I guess that's... I don't know if I would say the main theme of this game, but certainly one of the central themes of this game, just like, yeah, war's kinda terrible. Even though that's been done a whole bunch of times before, and... don't know if that particular aspect is done that uniquely here, but I don't know. Well, what do we got going on here? So we came over into the Indol Palace again, and we Slept here again. Take a nice walk over to the hall where the emergency summit's being held. Clear our heads a little. Someone's got a score tomorrow. I go over there, right? Well, Mithra's meant to be attending too, right? So, what better excuse to just continue going there, boy. But I mean, based on my previous experience in this area, I think it's probably that out there to assume that what's going to be going on in this part is just going to be more cutscenes and blood. That's pretty much all that we got from this place before. But, oh yeah, as long as I'm here, let me see if I can get another... whatever other side quests can be activated here. Hey, Melika. Why are you important? You're not one of the locals, thank goodness. So, well, I mean, aren't you hanging out with a bunch of the locals right now, though? Well, I was orphaned in the war and she raised me here in Indol. So although I'm Gormati, I've never actually been to Gormat. Something that's been bothering me, someone's spying on me all the time. It's the choir. I guess I would fit a place like this that has like this palatial thing going on where... Well, this is basically the... I don't know, the Vatican of this world. At the point in time when people will actually care about that, and you got these Gregorian chants going on just as the ambient thing. Might I ask you to help me identify the culprits? Someone's spying on, I guess we just assume that that's actually happening. Bring me up casually in conversation and see if anyone knows anything. I'm sure you can do this with no problems. Must be someone living in this city, says Melika the chorister. Pretty sure I've seen that word before, actually, but I'm David, so I'm not entirely sure how it's meant to be pronounced. Probably with a hard C, based on the fact that it's derived from choir, but I don't know, or chorus. Why didn't you tell me this before? Well, living together in harmony as His Eminence the Praetor has ordained, so... And literally just say, hey, stop this war that you're gonna have, and people are just gonna be like, sure. I guess we're gonna elaborate a little bit on that in the upcoming scenes, probably, but... Put a price on this, and yeah, that's pretty much the first thing that I did. Okay. Hey, Roni, do you have anything to... Is that short for Veronica? I think it usually is, but I don't know if it would be in this case. Looking for info on that choir girl Melika. Maybe you should try asking that Orion girl Albina. She's a refugee and she kept saying she was gonna make it into the choir no matter what. I mean, do we know where that person is? What about you, Serge? I hear there's a very popular PS1 game that has a protagonist that has the same name as you. I could tell you a bit about the choir itself. Once you join the choir of Indol, you're basically set for life, oh really. It's an official branch of the Praetorium, so naturally they get special treatment. Of course. Well, what does the objective actually say? Head for the wall. Well, that's right. I technically didn't put that mission as my main mission right now, so... Understanding the system of notation is required for Indol. Well, let me take a quick look at the blades here, to make sure I'm not missing anything in the affinity charts, like I kind of did before. And past occasions. Okay, that got...
Please use my powers! Oh, Sonny, stop. It tickles.
Okay, someone had to record that. Anything else I can actually do? That isn't very specific. Use organic animal, use the special moves. Anybody else got something going on? You.
Magnificent.
Friendship strength. I don't remember what the requirement was for that, but I guess it doesn't really matter all that much.
Isn't it wonderful to learn new and exciting things?
Sure.
Let me handle the support role.
What can I do with this? Obtain Tome of Moritha number 2 and complete the appropriate Merc mission to decipher it, really. Well, is that all done via Merc missions? I wonder.
All the hard work's paid off!
Attack speed. Anybody else? No, that's it. Oh yeah, but no, actually, as long as we're checking this out, this blade, I think. Didn't she have a growth thing where it was based on, I guess it might have been this. Based on feeding her a specific kind of, or not feeding her, but feeding the dude that has her equipped, technically. As well as her, the pouch item, but apparently we need one more meat item for that to be completed, so... What's gonna happen? So that's already underway, I think, because this guy has that in the pouch. Astral steak, and I think there's still one more on, on backup, so that's gonna happen by itself. How's the Merc group looking? We still don't know what the deal is with that Shadow Puppets thing, but surely it'll be fine. Trust up, and that's it. But before I do anything else, let me check the lower part of this. The port. There's probably another mission that I can start here. Or side quest, I mean. To make that much difference. Hey, Sniffy. What do you have for me? Sniffy, we should not sniff friends before even say hello. Yeah, the French tell me that that's the case. They're apparently very particular about using the word hello specifically at the beginning of a conversation with someone. They're gonna look at you in all sorts of funny ways if you don't do that. Strong person to use as bodyguard. 100 people and you smell strongest out of all 100. Well, how can we do that? Just like go there and fight for him or something? Oh, I said it as the active. I didn't actually mean to do that, but we put Sniffy in Overlook Hill and Temperance. We will be doing that, but not quite yet. I actually want to look at the other thing that I activated here. Go to the townspeople in that area during the daytime. If I do set that as the active quest, who can I do? Well, I guess they would have to be in the plaza, so I'm gonna have to teleport up there to check it out. Go here, and I will check out the plot scenes before I end, I think, just to see what's next, but I'll see if I can possibly get this side quest done first, but I guess first we gotta look at the Merc group.
You satisfied?
Oh, you did it. So are we to the next level of the Merc group yet? I would hope so.
You like my new moves? You like my new moves?
We do have the same thing. Yeah, we're... I thought we were at next Merc level, and it looks like it's maxed out, but apparently we're not yet. That's bizarre. Well, anyway, what are we missing in Raya? 30 minutes, sure. We need one blade with 10 plus strength, which is apparently a very common trait if I'm looking at this correctly. Or at least it was. Okay, there you go.
Let you down. I won't let you down.
Send all you people, or blades, or whatever you are, over on that mission. I'm sure it'll be perfectly fine. Have fun, chaps. Now that that's dealt with, let's keep moving. Hey, Henny, apparently I need to talk to you. Yeah. You know, isn't your name also slang for a certain type of moonshine or something? I feel like it's something like that, but anyway. You don't like that girl, are you? I've seen spying a girl in America a lot lately, really. We'll get closer and find out what she was up to, but she gave me the slip. Alright. Well, that's something. I guess we still have to talk to all the people for this particular mission, though. Before we can move on to anything else. I guess most of them are gonna be Gormati as well. Hey, big cow with 2 Q's instead of 2 C's, which is what I probably expect. She joined the choir of Indal recently. She was the only one in this whole camp who passed the audition. When you're in the choir, you get to sing at official ceremonies like when they're moving the Titanite stuff. Is that all you wanted? Maybe she's the suspect. So what happens now? Report to Melkhan's George Plaza Inn. So yeah, just talk to her again. So literally just walk around, talk to the people, and then talk to her again. was an Orion girl in the refugee camp who was trying to get into the choir just like me. I think the last person that we talked to was Orion, so... Albina, but I don't think she was called Albina. There was only one open spot at the last edition, I guess, because I passed, she must have... yeah. I talked this over properly. So now what? Go and talk to Albina and see her displays. Well, where is she? Because we automatically know where she is now and who she is. Hanging out over here, I suppose. The best time would be to go and take you out, really. You don't mean you want to kill? Well, I thought you knew that already. Oh, so she actually is trying to kill her. Well, what's to talk about? If it weren't for you, I would have made it into the choir. Right. I guess we're not gonna be able to resolve this. Yeah, because nobody's ever gonna find out about this with all these people here. You know people in the mercenary biz. Once I kill you and join the choir, I'll have the cash to pay them off. Well, so I guess that's what this dude is. I mean, I'm also the one of the people who actually runs the whole mercenary thing, so, you know. Someone's getting fired after this.
Okay, time to take you down.
Mr. Hired Driver. Only benefit from having a blade that heavy isolated that can affect anything that we don't really have. Many of the drivers and of the party members that we have right now. And of course, why does every single enemy driver that we have this fucking shield skill? It's so inconvenient. Also high agility by the looks of things. I know that's apparently a bit of a meme when it comes to trying to fight the drivers in this game. Apparently the topple didn't work. What the fuck? I think if we still got the potion. That just sucks. Alright. Can she do a little quick burnout? Yeah, please actually be topple this time. That would be nice. There we go, do burnout, then we can do nuclear blast as a level 3 thing. I'll probably just kill him with that, yeah, definitely kill him with that. He's almost dead.
We make a good team. Go on, raise us some more.
Everything's fine now, well. Yeah, can't believe we foiled this assassination attempt by assassinating the assassin. I think it's right to join the choir in search of an easy life. I think that's something that can at least be understood. I mean, a lot of people are doing in the world even today, like try to join something prestigious that'll have a big payout in salary as a means of like improving your station. I feel like that's not entirely unjustified, you know. I think I'm just not good enough to make it in the choir yet. She actually is saying that. Not trying to boast about my own skills, but you know, you just kinda suck. Just to provide wealth to its members, well, I mean, most of its members would ostensibly already be wealthy when they get into it, so I suppose that part would be technically true. It would be a good, pretty convenient consequence. How am I meant to argue with a speech like that? Well, I mean, I can't say something like what I just said. I love singing too, I really do. Guess I'll try again. I mean, wasn't there only one open spot? Isn't that kind of futile? What happens to us now, though? I guess she also doesn't have to pay off the mercenaries now that they're dead. Her contract's expired. So yeah, there you go. Everyone just lives happily ever after. And some key affinity rewards, really. Actually, if there are key affinity rewards, then we should probably take a look at that, because I think that just means the expansion for... the expansion for those blades is gonna be... and the affinity chart is gonna be open, maybe? Is that what that means? That is what that means, okay. So yeah, we definitely need to...
Powers know no bounds.
and look at this as soon as possible. So what do we need to do? Defeat of Almageddon and Temperantia, collect fish, go to the Fonset village in Leftheria and start the quest of Phoenix Tale. Apparently she's the only one who can speak to these foxes too, so I guess it's a good thing that we got her by way of the random draws. What about you?
I haven't even begun to stretch my limits.
God, I really need to look into as much of this side stuff as possible, but I just wanna do everything. I wanna keep the plot moving and also look into this stuff so I can get stronger, but... I guess I can probably just keep the plot moving here, and maybe whenever I stream this next it'll probably be mostly for side stuff. Like today was almost mostly for side stuff, I spent a lot of time doing that, but... who else has improvements? Okay, nothing else to say. I feel like I commented on that one before as well. Speak to women 30 times. To 30 different women. To improve girls' talk. Go to the old lady at Future Crafts for weaving. It's exclusive to Vale as well, so... But the inn in Mordain to view the heart-to-heart Vale's weakness. Oh wait, hold on. No, I do want to stay on the thing. It's to see if anybody else got a expansion.
I will protect you, and that's a fact.
Of the affinity chart, but I guess the answer is not really. Or just apparently not, I mean. It pretty much takes care of that. Oh yeah, all this stuff that apparently just called for me to like go there, talk to this person, start a quest. Talk to more people, but... it's probably gonna take a bit to look into and it doesn't actually have anything to do with the plot, so... well, let's actually do something that has something to do with the plot before I close this out. And get a bunch more dialogue scenes, presumably. Oh hey, Lucifer's Sweet Dream, I can probably guess who you are based on that name, but... yes, we got yet another identity. But yeah, we'll come into this, like post-blackout stream that I've been doing. Oh yeah, it occurs to me that I didn't turn my bot back on, but whatever. Don't need to right now. I don't think I'm gonna be going for much longer, because... well, not because anything as far as how long I'm gonna be going for, but because I'm not gonna be going for much longer, I probably don't need to you know, turn the bot back on, and also just went off because I had to restart the computer entirely because I had a blackout, so pretty much more to add to that. Alright. Let's go get more plot for a bit. Oh, here is the venue for the Summit of Nations. Okay, so I guess we do get to see what's behind this door. Entry is forbidden to all but the official representatives of each nation, or maybe not, because I don't think that Rex would fit that, or anyone really would fit that, I say anyone. I think there's at least 2 people in our party that actually would fit that description, I think. Bridget and I will proceed to the summit, and yeah, this guy would also be a representative of wherever he's from, which I haven't been to yet, I don't think, and yes, so is Mithra. I'm not sure who she would be representing, but yes, she's important enough that we just accept that she has to be part of that. So do we actually get to see what happens? Okay, I guess we do.
My deepest thanks to you for agreeing to this ceasefire, Queen Rakura, Emperor Nile.
As I recall from the Assyrian treaty of 350 years ago, the Praetorium was to refrain from intervention in times of war. And yet here you are intervening. But I trust you have a suitable justification, Your Eminence.
Naturally. But first, to ensure impartiality in these negotiations, may I present Nira, acting chairman of the Argentum Trade Guild. Furthermore, representing the Tantalese, His Highness the Crown Prince Ozikairis Brunev Tantal will also be attending.
The Crown Prince? The prodigal Prince of Tantal.
Guess it's the same kind of deal as with Beach in the World Ends With You, where it's like, yeah, don't call me by that full name. Just stick to that nickname. It's embarrassing or something. Oh, and these guys are here.
What a spectacle! Seems the Praetor has as much clout around here as ever.
Could we not just take them out here and now?
Good point. All the principal nations' heads gathered here? It'd make things easy later.
The way to the World Tree must first be opened. Wiping out mankind is the easy part. We could manage that ourselves.
Even so.
That isn't our only goal, remember? We must wait for the stage to be set.
Is Jin serious about this?
Yeah. I've been wondering that myself.
Oh, he's serious. He always is. He will annihilate mankind, and then he will kill the architect.
Oh. I mean, wasn't half of that what... We didn't have any declaration of that being their goal so far, but...
Mor Ardain has been accused of a unilateral breach of treaty in this matter. Emperor Nile, I open the floor to you. Is there anything you wish to say?
While we are still conducting investigations into the cause, it cannot be denied that weaponry belonging to our forces was discharged against Uriah. Regardless of any possible reason and circumstance, we are prepared to offer recompense for this grave offence.
So you want to settle this with money?
We will provide any compensation deemed necessary.
Perhaps I'm misunderstanding. To my ears, it sounds almost as if you mean to imply that the blame for these offences does not lie with your Majesty at all.
We are investigating. I ask that we not draw any hasty conclusions.
What need is there for investigation? I believe a cause has already been established. There are witnesses.
And that would be? What a preposterous notion. The people you speak of are merely a terrorist group. How could they possibly command that measure of...
It's the truth. I, Ozikairis, swear this in the name of King Eulogimenus Tantal.
Can confirm ex-chairman Banner give these people some kind of supplies. Military supplies, methinks, and in great number, yes.
But why would...
What if I were to tell you that the Aegis Malus, who raised the world 5 centuries ago, was involved?
Ridiculous. Everyone knows he disappeared in a blaze of flame.
He's very much alive, believe me. That arsehole, the Aegis, has confronted us in person. And if my word is not enough for you...
Because she wasn't in there before. He was just in the waiting room for some reason. I mean, wouldn't they then call out that the big Pope boss guy is also the driver of the evil Aegis?
But that core crystal...
This is another Aegis, named Mithra. Your Highness has heard of her, surely?
So the rumors that reached us were true. Who is its driver?
If you knew that, I dare say your surprise would be even greater. But that is not the matter we are here to discuss, Your Highness. This is a dire situation.
We address that at all, like, if the preacher is the driver of Malus, then can't he do anything about what Malus is doing?
We've just got to trust them. They're dealing with the leaders of whole nations. It's not like there's anything you or me can do to help.
I've noticed something about Malos. He's an Aegis, but you wouldn't know it from how he's fighting. I'm pretty sure he's damaged in some way.
You mean he can't use the full extent of his powers?
The wounds I dealt in our battle long ago may not be completely healed. His end goal is Elysium. He wants to go back to the place he was born. There he can heal until his powers have recovered. If Malos is allowed to restore himself,
the horrors of 5 centuries past will return.
Or worse still, Malos's goal is simple. He means to destroy humanity in its entirety.
Why would anyone desire that?
Perhaps he doesn't even need a reason. It seems to be a deep-seated drive. An instinct. As natural as breathing.
All of this is my responsibility.
Praetor Amalthus? Whatever do you mean?
It was none other than I who awakened Malos and unleashed him upon the world.
I thought that was common knowledge.
Your Eminence, the rumor that you were once Malos's driver is...
Like, how did we find out about this? I don't even remember.
I never intended to obscure the truth. It is writ plain for all to see in history books. I was a fool. It was to prevent such foolishness that all passage to the World Tree was forbidden after the Aegis War. However, it has become apparent that the laws of men do not apply to Malos. The time may have come to lift that restriction. I appreciate this.
Don't think you've earned my trust. But since Rex is going to Elysium, their paths are bound to cross. That's all.
I'm surprised. You seem so devoted to the boy.
It's for both our sakes. But you, Amalthus, who is it that you're living for?
I guess after all that we still don't know what his deal is, but still. I guess we assume that the Tornagle, like half of that is apparently kill God, which was pretty much the hero's goal at the end of Xenoblade 1, but also kill humanity. I guess we still don't have a justification. I guess that's supposed to be part of why we're getting all these scenes, like why do they want to kill humanity, but... And you know, presumably at least some of the people in Torna would be human. So why would they want to kill humanity? There's like a lot of stuff going on in the background, but it's still all just questions. Found state funeral, oh yes, her. It's meant to be happening in Siori's Plaza right outside the sanctum. Maybe there's gonna be even more flashbacks too. Oh, and we got a forced 2-person party here. Even more flashback to whatever her deal was, because kind of made a deal out of the fact that she didn't have her memories from the past, and then she just ended up getting killed by that guy, so maybe that'll get addressed again here. Do I hear a reprise of the Earth-Sea theme again?
I guess they did call her a goddess. The state funeral makes sense. Shouldn't you be with him?
He's a boy. Best not to bother them at times like this.
I expected you to be more clingy. You really are different from her.
Actually, letting him be was more her idea than mine.
Really? Pirates? Get out. So wait, you're saying you want to go be clingy or what?
I'll burn you.
I kid. Sheesh. It's weird though.
What is?
I mean, don't you think it's odd? Normally, if a blade or its driver dies, it'll just go back to being a core crystal. So why is Fan just dead?
I did wonder the same thing. There's only one way I know for a dead blade to keep its physical form. Remember Minoth? I mean Cole. He was a flesh eater.
Yeah.
But Fan wasn't a flesh eater. I can say that for sure.
What's that?
That's the shape of Fan's core crystal. Well, how it used to be.
But now it's a triangle.
Rex and I are quite a unique case, but this is different still.
How is it different?
If a blade shares its core with another, its shape changes in a uniform fashion. In our case, the center part went to Rex, and the outer part to us. I don't know why that is, but it seems to be a rule.
But Fan's isn't like that.
Exactly. It looks more like someone stole her core, doesn't it?
I wonder if that has anything to do with the judicious editing there. But a Vindel won't be an easy position to replace. The amnesiac goddess of Vindel. Well, gonna reach the World Tree will need the preacher's help, but nothing. Maybe he wants to talk about the World Tree. Only one way to find out, that's to get even more dialogue from that guy. Yeah, I get the feeling that's really gonna be the only option, but we can talk to people out here about the funeral. Fiona. Spot of prayer should do the trick. I plan to come here on a lazy tourist spree, but my merchant blood is telling me I have to see this through. What about you, Oriette? I feel like I also talked to this person before. The summit over, the emergency security measures have been lifted. There's still tension hanging in the air of the city. Well, let's just go and get to it again. Teleport, which won't make that much of a difference. It's gonna be
Let's get going.
this end of this plaza. And we only have a one-person party right now. It's still two persons, so as long as it's not like that boss fight from a while ago where you have to fight the lightning dude with two people, that was just particularly, I don't know, it felt like an unnecessary gimp, and it did ramp up the difficulty, but it feels like the least justified increase in difficulty that I've seen so far. I think
My apologies. Did I keep you waiting?
No, not really. What were you doing?
I was cleansing the core crystals. It markedly increases their resonance success rate. Bonding with a crystal carries certain risks, you understand.
I know.
When I became the driver of an Aegis, this power was awakened in me.
So, I might be able to do it too?
Who knows? Different people are cut out for different things.
Right, yeah.
Now then, my work is done for the day. Come with me.
A special envoy? To Tantal? Me?
Correct. Behold. As a salvager, I imagine you are already aware, but this is Allrest, the world we currently inhabit. We make our home on Titans, moving in circles around the world tree. And here lies the Great Void. This void came into being 500 years ago. It did not exist prior to that.
So I've heard. It's in our way anyway. It stopped us reaching the world tree.
The Great Void is carved from the Cloud Sea by a monstrous beast known as Ophion.
Wait, you mean that thing?
It's been way too long for me to remember clearly, but I guess they did try to go there at some point directly.
It is an artifice, a servant of the Aegis.
Of Mithra?
So that thing is Mithra's. Then what did it attack us for? Doesn't make sense.
Ophion was felled in the ancient battle with Malos, sinking below the clouds.
And yet there it is.
This means someone must have revived it.
Correct.
And you're saying that someone was Zeke's home country, Tantal?
Yes. They gave Ophion one directive: to ensure that none approach the World Tree. They sought to prevent a repeat of the horrors of the Aegis War, so an obstacle was created, the Great Void.
How did they manage a feat like that?
As I've said, mankind is regressing. Only one artifact remains that can rescind Ophion's orders, and it lies in Tantal.
It's called the Omega Fetter, and it's guarded by the royal family. I'll take you to it.
I've prepared your envoy documents already. Your quest is to set foot in Elysium, correct? Malos and his ilk will surely seek the Omega Fetter for themselves. I would ask you to reach Elysium before they do, and inform me of what you find there. Do it as a favor for a once foolish old man, and so that people may have a future in this dying world.
Alright, I guess that just tells us the next step of what, where we're going to. Nothing else. Where are we getting us to Tantal, right? Let's head back to our chambers before we talk about it. Okay, so looks like we might not just be going there next as the main thing, but rather... Oh, hey, no, never mind. We can actually travel freely between this place and the rest of this place now. Creature's study. I don't know if there's much of a reason to actually walk around in here, but I guess it's an option now, and also... I'm actually managed to empty out my glass, but I still have a little bit of water left in the bottle that I took that from, so thanks for the hydrates. This might be the only time in recent history that I actually did manage to empty out the glass before the end of the stream, but... Hey, Hector, what do you do here? We're bound for Tantal, I believe. And yeah, just like, please do the thing that I asked you. Per envoy document 3 so that you may enter as representatives of Indol. So let's just go ahead and... We're gonna get another dialogue scene, let's just go ahead and get to it. Just gonna wanna get to the point where I don't need to...
And we're you.
The adventure continues.
Get any more of those before I leave. This Armalia is gonna take us there. Make sure you're well rested, yeah, let's rest. And probably also get a couple extra levels from the boss fights by resting now, but...
Tantal by ship, but once we're there, we'll need to do a spot of walking.
So we're travelling with Shell, lad, you? Never thought I'd see the day.
I think you'll find I make a fantastic ally.
Luck of Zeke not so great. Bet we shipwrecked by tomorrow.
Cheeky furball.
We're all gonna die.
Hey, Zeke. You said before that Torna concerned you too. What did you mean by that?
What? Oh, yeah, that. I don't know about those clowns, but Torna, the country that fell 500 years ago, they were the ancestors of us Tantalese. The people of Tantal are descended from Adam, the hero of Torna who escaped its destruction.
So, after Pyra fell asleep, Adam escaped to Tantal?
That's right.
That is the first I've heard of it. I have studied much history, but this story never featured. Most peculiar.
We're humble. Don't really like to brag about it. The only real trace left is in this here sigil of the royal family.
So why did you awaken Hayes?
Because her power was of great use to me. Indol has found itself under attack from Torna a number of times. She was necessary in driving them back.
Really? Then why don't you seem to have any others? Blades, that is.
Driver though I may be, I am no fighter. Besides, I find the warrior monks here so reliable. They get the job done.
If you say so. I wonder, do you know why Torna are using the name of a dead country?
Jin was a blade of Torna once. Loyalty or nostalgia? Who can say? Perhaps both.
Is that really all there is to it?
You don't think so?
I don't know much about what happened while I slept. There are no written records, either. All we have is stories passed down.
And you think that is insufficient? History is a murky thing. Only those present can truly know what took place.
But weren't you one of those present?
And that is why I offer you my cooperation.
I guess we'll find out if we go to Tantal.
A bit short comment on that if you like. I was referencing just a number of the points in the backstory that have come up so far. Which are definitely more on the absolutely more questions than answers end of the scale, but yes, we're going to Tantal. It's been yonks since I last went home to Tantal. Been thinking of Indol as my home so long now it feels ready to leave. I want to enjoy my last moments here. Shocking, isn't it? Well, grab a swig of Orifa along the way and have that stuff in Tantal. That's something else that they reference. I guess it must be some kind of booze, but didn't actually come up in anything but dialogue scenes, I don't think. But I think that might be my cue to call things if the next thing we're going to be doing is, well, I presume that the next thing that we would do would be go to the port and I guess trigger another scene there. Next thing we're gonna be doing is just move on to the next area, pretty much. It looks like this might be the point in which I finally call it, because I guess we got no more. But we probably do have a few more dialogue scenes before we actually have to go through stuff as a way to proceed, but you know. I feel like there was also some one thing, like I want to do always as much of this side quest as possible, like on stream as well, but was there like one thing that I wanted to check out? Oh yeah, probably the blades. Apparently I'm at the limit of blades right now. How's the Merc group looking, by the way? Don't know what's... Oh, they literally came back and I didn't realize. Probably gonna dump a few blades that don't have like skills that I probably use, and then
I feel I can go far.
do the gacha games a few more times with that guy, lightning guy. Does this one have? Theology, botany, well, I mean other blades that we have that in better
I feel I can go far.
capacity. This one has botany, but it can go up, so that's probably a good idea to at least get those.
I've remembered what I can do.
What about you? Forestry, sure. I mean, nobody have forestry with fucking...
I've still got a ways to go.
I think Dromark is the name of that blade, the default healing blade. I don't think I've used all that much for Nia. I mean, I would imagine that I want to develop them regardless. But I can get the idea up thingies for other drivers. It's probably a good idea to grind that up as much as possible, but... And then you can probably actually get stronger blades, but... but whatever, yeah, I'll probably deal with that off screen, at least a little bit. But for now, I think that's my cue to save the game, which, kind of notably is still giving me only the two-person party, which I trust will be dealt with after, or before we have to do any like actual serious combats before we move on, but we'll see. It occurs to me that we don't. Hold on a moment. I might have to go go forward a little bit more before I save and quit if I'm gonna do that off screen, because it occurs to me that we don't actually have... No, never mind, I was gonna say we don't actually have this guy in the party, but I think we do. But you know who we don't have in the party? Right now, by the looks of things. Can we access the blades that are wanted to Morag right now? Yes, we can. Okay, never mind, so that's not an issue. After all, it seems. Maybe, possibly. Actually, do we? Or is it just the ones that... No, not this. Is it just the ones that are off on the Merc mission? No, it is not. Okay. So, yeah, that... I guess it's fine. Gonna do that again, I guess. Just a symbolic thing, but that is gonna be what we're gonna call it for today. Since it's... Well, I lost a bit of time because of the blackout, but it's late regardless. I don't know if I want to play anymore like Monster Hunter Rise off screen. I probably should. I need to catch up. There's like so many people that are playing this game that... because I pretty much also made myself go on hiatus in it because I was waiting for the new controller. I pretty much... fell behind there, but hey, one thing at a time. I'm just gonna go ahead and shut this off, and I would say resume this. Did I turn the thing on again? That's gonna show you the name of the track. I think it is. I think I did. There we go. I'll try to end after all that, and for some reason the chat plugin that I usually have is not working for some reason. Like, it didn't show up, even though that should work regardless of what I anything else that I have open. So I don't know why it didn't want to work today. Well, today after I restarted the stream, that is. Probably would have to restart it one more time to see if it would actually work, but I mean, that's a moot point right now, so I got to end things. But yeah, on that note, I'm going to say to everyone, as I always do, do So, which is you all take it easy, I think. Everybody for coming like always. Thanks for chatting. Always great when other people chat. And maybe, depending on who might be alive right now, might take a moment to find a raid to do. There may be a few people around, yeah. Perhaps have a little bit of continuity with something that I did a few days back, which is go say hello to Sotzark, at least for a little bit. He is, you know, I would say predictably, but I don't want to be too mean because still doing Castlevania Harmony of Dissonance, because I guess he hasn't actually played this game, so he wouldn't know that there's not just one castle in that game. It's a bit of a echo of Symphony of the Night in that regard, but presumably he does now, because I think he got to the clock tower, and that's pretty much where you find out, like, for certain that the second castle is a thing and you have to travel between them. But yeah, that's, hopefully you can join me with that. As this very loud Guilty Gear music starts to play over the stream for the ending, but well. Probably something that I should try and remember anyhow. Probably for the better. On-screen chat is turned off, yeah. I don't know why. It shouldn't be. It's like the Streamlabs thingy. It should show up independently of anything else that I have open, but it just didn't want to work after I came back for some reason, but oh well. Presumably it'll work again in the future, but yeah, it's gonna be all for right now, so I'll take it easy, all that good stuff as always, and I will see you later.